Hi, I'm DelusionDispeller. Also, Laura Beth Colbert is my real name. I've been a life coach since about 2009, and I also am currently a paraprofessional as well as an author of two ebooks, one on intermittent fasting and one about narcissism. I'm coming to you today with something totally different. I'm going to take a little bit of a different slant on a situation that's happening in mainstream media, and that is Jim Carrey and his seemingly crazy ideas that we are all nothing and all of this world is for nothing. And I want to talk about how I view some of his beliefs. I know he follows Eckhart Tolle. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. He is, I guess, a guru, a religious guru of a sort, maybe a philosophical leader, you might say, who had some very different beliefs from the mainstream Christian people. And I personally believe, first of all, I am called an eclectic Christian by witches and pagans, which basically just means I'm open minded. I don't judge people for what they believe. I believe everybody has a right to believe what they want. It's not my job to convince somebody that they're wrong. I will discuss my beliefs with people. I will question their beliefs. I will maybe get them to think about certain things and maybe consider my viewpoint. But I think this world has a lot of different people in it, and we all have to get along as much as we can. Now, granted, there are some that will never get along with other people. Those are the people that I tell you to stay away from: the narcissists, the psychopaths, the sociopaths, the messed up minds of the world. Those exist. We can't deny that. But for the most part, we all live in this world, and we all have something to contribute. I believe in a creator. Whatever he is to you, God, Yahweh, however you see him, in my opinion and my belief, he created every person. Does everybody follow him in the way that I believe he would want us to? No. However, each person is within their own right to think and do as they choose. Which brings me to this point. I don't believe Jim Carrey is crazy. I believe he has adopted a new belief system that's foreign to many people, especially mainstream Christians. Am I going to out and out say his belief system is wrong? I don't feel that his belief system is totally wrong. I think there are some outlandish ideas that he believes, but I'm going to go over a few of the um, things that Eckhart Tolle, the man that Jim Carrey basically follows his teachings. I'm going to go over a few of the things that he stated and give my opinions on them based on my own beliefs. So that's what I'm about to do now. First of all, I want to say people always tend to fight what they fear. I think the biggest arguments and wars happen over ignorance of just not understanding where a person is coming from, not being familiar with it, not being comfortable with it. Not everybody is comfortable with every single belief system out there, and that's okay. We don't need to be. But just being against something that you know nothing about, to me, is foolish. And that is the biggest, I guess, if you want to say, sin that Christians commit. They speak against things, they oppose things they know nothing about. I'll give you a case in point. For years, I heard that anything that is not biblical is evil and demonic and satanic. In other words, in this case, witchcraft. I was told that witchcraft is Satanism. They're worshiping Satan, the devil, his demons, whatever. I got to know a witch over the years, several of them actually, and found out that actually, no, that is not what they believe at all. They believe in nature. They believe in loving people and being kind to people. They believe that the way you treat other people, the universe or the god or the goddess or whatever gives it back to you. Basically, you reap what you sow, type of thing, like Christians believe. They don't believe in Satan because they believe that Satan is basically a man made idea. So they don't worship Satan. They don't believe in Satan. They do believe that there are positive and negative forces in the earth, but they do not see him or it as a devil. So, no, Christians, sorry, witches are not Satanists by nature, by definition, I guess you could say. They are pagans who have Wiccan beliefs, many of them. And just like Christians, there's not like always one person that is exactly like another person. So not all witches believe the same thing. Not all Satanists believe the same thing. Not all Christians do either. So to just lump everybody into one thing and say, well, everybody that is a witch believes this, it's not true. Now, I'm not saying you have to become a witch or that you even have to like witches. I'm just saying these are the facts. So if you're going to say you're against something, know what they believe before you say you're against it. I can say that I don't practice witchcraft. I don't believe in the Wiccan beliefs. However, I am a lover of nature, definitely. And I'm very open to some of the Mid-Eastern practices or beliefs, I guess, which makes me an eclectic Christian, which makes me an enemy of many Christians because I'm not Bible only in the sense that you can never read another book if it's not biblically based. You can't believe that if God didn't say it or Jesus didn't do it. I'm sorry, but I just believe that everybody has something to contribute, and you eat the meat and spit the bones. And the fact is, many belief systems are biblically based. Whether the people that practice those systems and beliefs know that or not, I don't know. But that is the truth. And the reason why people follow certain belief systems is because they work. And the reason I believe they work is they are biblically based, even if the Bible isn't ever brought into them. So, anyway, meditation would be one example of that. I meditate. At night, I fall asleep to a website known as Honest Guys, where they just play nice music and they do what's called a talk down, where they quiet your mind down, you breathe till you relax, and they talk about beautiful things like nature and waterfalls and sunsets, all those things that God, the Creator, Yahweh, has created. So I see nothing wrong with it. But Christians would say, well, you're opening your mind to demons by doing that. No, sorry. I don't agree with that. I've been a deliverance minister for years, and I know the voice of demons. I know what they look like. I've even cast a few out of people, and they don't bother me. They don't torment me. They don't harass me, because I don't worship them. I don't bow the knee to them, and I bind and rebuke them anyway. So that's not a problem for me. I can meditate without fearing Satan getting a hold of my soul or whatever. Okay. It's kind of like I said, people always fight what they fear. When I was in labor with my children, and I will get to the Jim Carrey thing, I didn't forget I was going to talk about that. I'm just kind of setting it up to get to some of these teachings so I can talk to you about them. And I'll try to keep this brief. So I'm going to stop on this video and I will be right back with video number 2. Be right back.